Seeking the peace of reason, shaping a peaceless season. Reason to keep believing, waking the beast to sleeping. Top like a spring, step back, two-step, 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 one, two, three.
What good folks, it's Darktry19 aka Papa Bustatine, and welcome back to another What If and a new one for you called What If Naruto Was a Blind Warrior Part 1. So like, comment, subscribe and share, but besides all that, enjoy the video. Chapter 1. Lost. Naruto ran and ran, fast as his little body would take him. The drunken villagers followed him. He wasn't allowed in the orphanage, so he tried to stay in the shadows. However, a drunken villager had stumbled upon him and cried out, "The demon brat is attacking me." Now Naruto was running for his life. Noticing an alleyway, Naruto took it, hoping to disappear in front of the villagers. Only they followed, and the alleyway appeared to be a dead end with toxin waste. "This is it for you, demon. This took me a lot of money to get, but I was saving it for you," a drunken village replied, pulling out 3 exploding tags. He threw them onto the waste and soon they gave a massive explosion. The last thing Naruto saw was a great white light, then he knew no more. Konoha Hospital. Many doctors and nurses were rushing about, healing the villagers who got caught in the explosion. The head of the hospital told the Hokage the villagers who were caught in the radiation blast would be perfectly fine. When the Hokage asked about Naruto, the nurse, who was the only one to try and do anything, said she was able to heal all of his injuries, but she was unable to prevent the damage to his eyes. He would be blind for the rest of his life. The Sandaime Hokage wanted to know what happened. Apparently the villagers claimed the boy attacked them, then ran off laughing. They ran after him to teach him a lesson. When they corner him in an alley, the demon smirked and started to glow red before the massive explosion. Unfortunately for the villagers, the Sandaime Hokage didn't believe one word of their story. He sent them to Ibiki, where, after a few short hours of torture, admitted the boy didn't do anything except run from them. Another village threw the exploding tags into the toxin waste that caused the explosion. The Sandaime Hokage walked into Naruto's room, where a cloth was wrapped around his eyes. It pained the old man to see a young boy will never see daylight again. 8 years later, Naruto was fast asleep in Iruka's classroom. When it came to other students, Iruka would yell at them. But he was writing things on the board, so it was okay for Naruto. However, Naruto could never keep a good grade or even pass the weapon practical well. He did, however, pass the jutsu test with flying colors when the test came around. That is the only why he stayed in the academy. "Okay, who can explain the problem on the board?" "Uchiha Sasuke?" asked Naruto. Sasuke replied. Ever since Naruto first revealed he was blind, Sasuke always pick on him and ask the instructors to have Naruto read from the books, or do problems on the board. Naruto never found this funny or amusing and picked fights with Sasuke. While many of the students would say it wasn't right for Sasuke to be picking on Naruto, Sasuke's fan club would say differently, saying it was Naruto's idiotic self for unable to read. "Sasuke, you know I can't do that. Naruto is blind, therefore, he can't read. You read it." Sasuke pouted before reading away. Naruto would have laughed, but he remained silent as he listened instead. Iruka looked at Naruto and he was suddenly drawn back when Naruto first came into his class. Flashback: a young blonde boy walked in with a black cloth wrap around eyes. He walked in wearing standard black clothing. In his hand was a wooden stick that hit the teacher's desk. Iruka felt his eyebrow twitch when the boy hit his desk and didn't even say sorry. "Don't be so mad, Iruka. This is your new student, Uzumaki Naruto. I think he will become a splendid shinobi indeed," the Sandaime Hokage replied with a smile. Hokage-sama," Iruka gasped out loud as the Sandaime Hokage walked in behind Naruto. "Hokage-sama. May I speak with you in private?" "Of course." Naruto walked up the stairs to the back of the class. Sasuke, however, stuck his foot out, causing Naruto to fall face first into the stairs. When he sat up, he was bleeding above the eye. While Naruto was trying to find his stick, Sasuke picked it up and threw it out the window. Nearly everyone was laughing. The only people who wasn't was Shino and Hinata. They both realized that Naruto was blind. Sasuke gave several kicks to Naruto. When Iruka and the Hokage came back in, they saw Sasuke punch Naruto in the mouth. Iruka started yelling at Sasuke and told him that Naruto was blind, so he shouldn't be picking on Naruto. Hinata, finally taking pity, led Naruto to her seat where she had him sit down next to her. Flashback ends. Iruka got lost in his own little world that the entire class was looking at him. Sorry, well done Sasuke. Now for tomorrow's genin exam, it will be on the clone jutsu. Everyone do their best. Iruka replied as he dismisses the class. Naruto, as usual, was the last to leave. Iruka was worried about the boy. He hated to admit it, but a blind boy living on his own was terrible. He was curious to know how he even managed to survive. The only thing he knew for sure was Anbu always brought the boy food. Everything else was a mystery. Naruto POV. Naruto jumped from roof to roof observing his surroundings. No one was watching him or looking at him. That was good for him. He no longer had to play poor blind boy in front of everyone. Naruto landed on his apartment window and entered it. Tomorrow was the genin exam and he was wondering how well he should do. Naruto merely touched a necklace on top of his dresser before giving a sigh. He wondered what it would be like to see again. However, he knew it was impossible. The power of sight left him long ago and now, he gained another sight. Naruto went to bed still lost in thought. Okay, Naruto, you're up. Naruto, who watched each of classmates perform the jutsu, judged them individually. The greatest threat had to come from Sasuke. Despite his dislike of the Uchiha survivor, he clearly was going to be a threat. Naruto walked in and made the correct seals. In the end, one clone stood standing just like him. You fail, Iruka yelled. Iruka, give Naruto a break. He created a clone. His control was not bad. Surely we can pass him. Mizuki, I'm afraid not. The minimum requirement is 3 clones. I cannot pass him. Iruka, Naruto is blind. He did his very best. Truly you can let him pass. I'm sorry, Naruto can try again next year. Naruto walk away. However, he paused at the door as he listens to Mizuki's heartbeat. He was up to something, that much was certain. Naruto shrugged it off and walked out the room. What shocked Iruka was that Naruto didn't feel his way towards the door, he just walked out. He wondered, was Naruto as blind as many believed him to be? Naruto was sitting on his favorite swing looking a little disappointed. He could hear all the children laughing and being praised by their parents. Naruto suddenly felt a presence near him. Mizuki-sensei? Come with me, Naruto. Naruto got up and followed Mizuki. Mizuki led him to a balcony where he could see the sunset. Iruka wasn't trying to be mean or hard on you, Naruto. He is only trying to make you strong. Doesn't seem that way. Naruto muttered. Iruka was just like you. An orphan living on his own. While he understands that, he doesn't try to pick on you because of your handicap. Sure doesn't seem like it. Well, what if I told you there was another way to pass the genin exam? It isn't told much, but I'll let you in on it. 5 minutes later, Naruto left Mizuki curious to know what he was up to. To be safe, Naruto was going to go along with Mizuki's suggestion. But at the same time he would be on his guard. Iruka, wake up Iruka. Mizuki, what are you doing here at this hour? It's Naruto. Naruto's stolen the sacred scroll of sealing. You mean the forbidden scroll of sealing? Hokage-sama is calling the ninja together. Let's go. Hokage-sama, that scroll contains hundreds of jutsu and secrets of our village. If one of our enemies gets a hold of that scroll, it would be the end of the village. A senior jounin shouted. The Hokage didn't want to believe it. It didn't seem possible that Naruto could have stolen anything from the Hokage's vault. Wait a minute everyone. Think about who we are talking about here. This is Naruto, who, might I remind everyone here, is blind. He couldn't have broken into the Hokage's vault without help. Naruto is helpless without someone standing beside him. Besides, he couldn't have known the location of the Hokage's vault. Someone is either tricking or using Naruto. I would have to agree with Iruka. However, find Naruto, and bring him here at once. We must learn who told him about the scroll of sealing. The Sandaime ordered as he waved his arm. Only smoke showed where the shinobis once stood. Trust Iruka to ruin everything. However, they'll never find Naruto. Once I kill the demon fox, the scroll of sealing will be mine. Mizuki thought with a twist smile. Forest Naruto was lying on his back panting. This type of training nearly tired him out. However, he was glad he did it. He learned something highly useful. Naruto. What are you doing here, Iruka-sensei? Naruto asked. Iruka looked shocked, but guess it was his voice that gave him away. Naruto, what are you doing with the scroll of sealing? Who told you about it? Iruka demanded. Mizuki. Told me everything, although I think he is up to something. Naruto couldn't finish as shurikens appeared and nearly hit both Iruka and Naruto. Naruto, acting fast, shoved Iruka out the way. Nice reflexes. Mizuki complimented. Figure you would do something like this. Naruto replied, standing up. Mizuki at once felt uneasy. Even though Naruto was looking at him blind, he felt Naruto could see him. Oh really? How did you know, demon? You don't know how my powers work. No, of course you don't. Think of it this way, Mizuki-sensei, I'm a human lie detector. I can hear your heartbeat. Not only that, even though I'm blind. Naruto disappeared before reappearing in front of Mizuki. I can still see you. Mizuki jumped back before he realizes that Naruto gave him a powerful kick to the jaw. Iruka watched in amazement as Naruto quickly overpowered Mizuki. How the fuck did you do that? You're blind. If you've been blind for as long as I have, you'll learn there are other means to survive. That is why, you cannot defeat me. Mizuki withdrew the big shuriken on his back and launches it at Naruto. Naruto didn't even flinch. You just don't get it, do you? Naruto replied as he smacks the shuriken away with his fist. Iruka and Mizuki couldn't help but look shocked. I have excellent chakra control. All I did was sent enough chakra towards my fist to knock away the shuriken. Apparently you are too dumb to understand this though. Is this really Naruto? I knew Naruto could have always done better, but I didn't expect him to be this good. It's like he can see Mizuki. He can actually see Mizuki. However, how? Naruto is blind and cannot see. The cloth around his eyes is proof enough. What is going on? Mizuki was panting. Every attack, every time he tried kill the blonde, he would always counter and give Mizuki even more damage. How is he doing it? I'm a human lie detector. I can hear your heartbeat. Super hearing. Is that how he is able to defeat me so easily? If he is able to hear my heartbeat, then maybe he could hear the truth in my words. Mizuki thought with an evil smile. Naruto, do you want to know the truth? Truth? What truth? Naruto demanded. About why everyone hates you. Naruto was most curious. He could never understand why people hated him so much. No, Mizuki, it's forbidden. 12 years ago, the Yondaime Hokage defeated the Kyuubi no Yoko. However, the stories about him killing the great beast weren't true. In fact, the truth is he sealed it, in you. Now you understand, don't you, Naruto? The reason why people hate you is, you're the Kyuubi no Yoko reincarnation. Naruto froze when he heard the words. He didn't know if they were true or not. Mizuki truly believed he was a demon. Before Iruka or Mizuki could say anything, Naruto disappeared along with the scroll of sealing. Damn, that brat took the scroll. Oh well, I'll just find him. After I kill you. By the way, Iruka, why are you even defending the demon? I mean, he is nothing more than a bloodlust and a cold-blooded killer. Truly, even you understand he is nothing more than a demon. You're right, Mizuki, a demon is like that. However, that's not how Naruto is. You're forgetting something about the Kyuubi no Yoko. No matter how many times we damage it, it always heals itself right away. If Naruto was the Kyuubi no Yoko, why did Naruto lose his eyesight? Why didn't they just repair themselves? No, Naruto is a shinobi of the leaf. Mizuki gave a sigh. Apparently you're just as stupid and naive as always, Iruka. Oh well, you know, I wasn't going to kill you until after I kill Naruto. But I've changed my mind. Mizuki pulled out his last large shuriken and started spinning it in his hand. Iruka smiled and thought he was going to die. What he didn't expect was for Naruto to reappear and kick Mizuki back. Naruto? When did you? Iruka asked in shock. Even though Mizuki's words spoke true to his heart, so did you. I knew there was something else, so I did not leave but hid in the branches above the two of you. Iruka was shocked to hear Naruto was hiding just a few feet above them. This is not a genin fighting ability. Not even Chonin. How good is Naruto? So the demon finally steps out. However, you cannot defeat me. You never even graduated, and I'm a full rank Chonin. Really? Then see if you can beat this Kage Bunshin no Jutsu. The shadow clone technique. When did he learn something like that? I heard it's a jutsu that takes large amount of chakra along with solid clones. Where did you learn this jutsu? Mizuki half demanded, half frightened replied. From the scroll of sealing. What? Mizuki replied. Iruka was just as curious and shocked. I have other methods of reading and writing. Just because I never showed anyone in class doesn't mean I can't read. You're finish, sensei. Several minutes later, Mizuki laid on the ground twitching as Naruto stood above him. You alright, Iruka-sensei? Yay, Naruto, how many surprise can you have? More than you realize. So you mean, all those times you couldn't have taken the written test? Yay, I could have performed it. But I didn't want to raise any suspicion around me, so I couldn't have pretend to be helpless. After all, the element of surprise should always be a ninja's best weapon. Iruka couldn't help but agree. Naruto, come here. Iruka replied. Naruto walked forward, unsure what Iruka had for him. However, he knew he wasn't going to be harmed. When Naruto realized that Iruka was tying something around his head, Naruto knew at once what it was. Congratulations, you graduated, Naruto. Naruto smiled and hugged Iruka. Iruka smiled and returned the hug. 3 days later, Naruto was fast asleep on desk. His cloth was gone from his eyes and was replaced by his forehead protector. Numerous students glared at him, but he didn't care. Much to his disappointment, Sasuke sat next to him. However, he said nothing. Naruto, however, let out a groan when Ino and Sakura burst through the door shouting, "I win!" in a loud voice. How either of them became shinobis, he never knew nor wanted to know. Sakura was the first to notice Sasuke in the corner and ran to go and seat next to him. She then noticed Naruto was in her seat. Naruto no baka. Get out of my. Sakura never got all the words out as Naruto set a back fist into her stomach, launching her to the other side of the room. Sakura got up holding her stomach and moaning. Can't you ever shut up? I mean, just one morning, I would like to enjoy the peace and quiet. Naruto retorted in a cold voice. Sakura was about to retaliate when Iruka walked in. Enough, Sakura, take your seat. As for everyone else, congratulations on graduating. You're all now official genin for the Konoha. Now, I will announce your teams. Remember, you will all be sorted into a 3-person squad led by a jounin. Now then, Team 1. So, what does everyone think about this year's recruits? I'm surprised someone like Naruto was able to hit Sakura so well and so powerful. The red-eye female jounin replied. Really, Kurenai, it's not that big of a mystery. She was being very loud, no doubt a fangirl as well. A chain smoker replied. Asuma, don't judge so quickly. After all, the saying goes, don't judge a book by its cover. Right? A Cyclops replied. Kakashi, enough. Let's watch. I'm curious to know how your team will react. The Sandaime replied. Everyone turned towards the crystal ball. Team 7, Uzumaki Naruto, Haruno Sakura. Sakura yelled loudly while Naruto moaned, and Uchiha Sasuke. Sasuke said nothing. Naruto banged his head on the table while Sakura cheered and teased Ino. Team 8, Hyuga Hinata, Inuzuka Kiba, and Abarame Shino. Skipping Team 9 since I have no idea what the names are, Team 10, Nara Shikamaru, Yamanaka Ino, and Akimichi Choji. Ino nearly pulled out her hair as she heard she would be teaming up with the laziest and fattest kid in the school. Wait here for your jounin instructors. 2 hours later, every jounin instructor came in and took their teams away. The only team left was Team 7. Naruto had his head down. While Sakura was not only looking at her precious Sasuke-kun with stars in her eyes, but getting very annoyed by the tardiness of their jounin instructor. Sasuke-kun, do you know where our jounin instructor is? He's leaning on the door outside the classroom, baka. Naruto replied in a calm down. Sakura jumped down and tried to smack him in the head only for her hand to hit a log. Baka. Naruto replied calmly. You shut up, blind boy. You can't even fight. How you became a shinobi is beneath me. Most likely the instructors felt sorry for you and allowed you to pass. Sakura retaliated. Kakashi decided at that moment to appear. Naruto was gripping his kunai tightly and was about to kill the stupid girl. Meet me on the roof in 10 minutes. Kakashi disappeared in a whirl of smoke, and surprisingly, so did Naruto. Sasuke, a bit surprised, quickly left before Sakura knew her true love was gone. 10 minutes later, Team 7 sat down for their first team meeting. Okay, first let's all try and get to know each other. How about you go first? Kakashi nodded towards Naruto. Sensei, do you like picking on Naruto no baka too? Sakura asked. However, her question seemed to be more of hope than concern. Kakashi was about to answer when Naruto sent a back fist into Sakura's nose, breaking it and causing it to bleed badly. No, I don't. Picking on someone just because they cannot see like the rest of us is something I do not like or forgive. Kakashi replied, giving a dark look at Sakura, who was scared shitless at the glare of her sensei. Why don't you go first, sensei? Naruto asked. Me, well, I'm Hatake Kakashi. My likes and dislikes, never really thought about them. I have many hobbies, as for dreams for the future, never really thought about it. Kakashi replied in a bored tone. Uzumaki Naruto. I don't like anything, and hate loud girls. Mostly because they give me the urge to kill them. Naruto replied in a cold manner. Sakura shouted and called an idiot, resulting a kunai bearing itself deep into her shoulder. Sakura, be nice to Naruto. I wouldn't want you to end up in a river. Kakashi replied, hoping to stop Naruto from actually murdering the pink hair. Okay, Pinky, you next. I'm Haruno Sakura, I like, giggles, my dream is, giggles, my hobbies are, giggles, and I hate Ino Pig and Naruto no Baka. Naruto punch her, this time she flew to the rail and hit her head, knocking her unconscious. Blood slowly oozed out from her injury. Kakashi, however, was deeply concerned about the blind blonde shinobi. He didn't seem to have a single piece of regret for his actions against the pink hair. Not only that, he was far stronger and faster than his records claim he was. It even frightened Kakashi seeing how in one blow he easily defeated the pink hair shinobi. Okay, Mr. Broody. Uchiha Sasuke. I really don't like anything, and hate almost everything. I really don't have any hobbies. And, I wouldn't call it a dream but an ambition to kill a certain man and to restore my clan. Naruto and Kakashi didn't seem affected by the gloomily shinobi's answer. Okay, meet me tomorrow at Training Ground 9 for some training. But first, I got to get your teammate to the hospital. Kakashi replied, disappearing along with Sakura. The two said nothing and disappeared from where they were sitting. Hokage office. Kakashi appeared in front of the Sandaime. Surprisingly, Asuma and Kurenai were also present. Kakashi, what are you doing here? My god, is that Sakura? Hi. What happened to her? Naruto. Naruto. You're saying Naruto killed her? She isn't dead, but I fear Naruto might kill her one day. She clearly insults, attacks and does everything possible to make him feel bad about himself. If she did this every day and got away with it, Naruto is close to snapping and will kill her. Today in front of me, whenever she insult or attack Naruto in any way she could think of, he retaliated by punching and stabbing her with a kunai. When she told us she hated Naruto just because he was blind and a weakling, Naruto gave her a single punch and she flew towards the rail, breaking her skull. Naruto shouldn't be that strong. I mean, the strength is not that of a genins, Kurenai shouted in shock. Hokage-sama. Perhaps it's best if I fail the three of them. Naruto hates both the Uchiha and Haruno. I could see it clearly, he wants to kill them. Kakashi replied as he begs the Sandaime to dismiss Team 7. The Sandaime smoke his pipe before replying. Kakashi, watch over Naruto. His hatred for Haruno Sakura and Uchiha Sasuke is common. They have never shown him any respect or kindness. Sasuke and Sakura pick on him just because he is blind. Ever since they first met him. However, something tells me Naruto is hiding something. Iruka told me, Naruto said, and I quote, surprise is a ninja's greatest element of surprise. I purposely let people view me in a way so I could easily overpower them and take them out without even realizing what at them. Being blind has helped me with this advantage. The Sandaime replied with a smile. He can see? Kakashi gasped. No, he is completely blind. The doctors and medic ninjas all told me it was impossible to repair and restore his eyesight. However, he must have discovered another means to see. It's the only way to explain how he is able to survive without the ability to see. The three Jounins said nothing but glance at the Sandaime, curious to know Naruto's secret. Chapter 2, Team 7. Naruto, Sasuke and Sakura all walked towards each other. Sakura was wrapped in bandages from her injuries Naruto gave her. She glared at the blonde before jumping onto her. Sasuke-kun. Get off me. Sasuke replied as Sakura hugged him like there was no tomorrow. Naruto sighed, knowing full well he was not going to enjoy this team. Naruto took out an apple and ate it. Unlucky for him, Sakura and Sasuke heard the sound of Naruto eating and turned to look at him. Their stomachs starting to grow. What? Naruto demanded when he noticed they were staring at him. You got any more? Sakura demanded in a cold tone. Shut up, whore, Naruto snapped. Sakura was really going to explode. No one called her a whore and got away with it. She was about to say something when Sasuke beat her to it. I didn't eat anything. I was in a rush so I forgot. Can I have some? Sasuke turned his head, clearly asking for food was stinging his pride. No. Naruto replied calmly as he finishes the apple and pulls out another. Sasuke grew a vein in his head and turned to look at Naruto in shock. Clearly you were foolish enough not to prepare your own food and gear. I'm not going to sacrifice my stuff so the two of you can please yourself. Next time, come more prepare. Besides, Kakashi-sensei is here. Naruto replied as he put away his apple. Kakashi Puff appeared with a smilingly eye. Sorry I'm late, but I crossed a black cat and went and took the long way here. Kakashi replied in a cheerful tone. You liar! Sakura screamed. Naruto clinged to his ears painfully. Well now, I didn't tell you all this yesterday because of several incidents that happened yesterday, but I will now inform you of your genin exam. Genin exam? Sensei, we are already genin. How did you think we got these forehead protectors? Sakura replied in a bossy tone. Kakashi could now start to see why Naruto hated the young girl. Well, I hate to throw the truth in your face so fast, but that test is merely to see who had potently to become genin. Your real test is given by your jounin instructors. Those who fail are sent back to the academy. Now I have here 2 bells. Kakashi holds up 2 bells, the person who fails to get the bells will be sent back to the academy. Kakashi replied. No one said anything. Ready, and go. Kakashi orders. Immediately, the 3 genins scattered, disappearing before Kakashi's eye. For a while Kakashi stood in the middle of the clearing, keeping a close eye on his surroundings. To his surprise, Naruto was the one who was the most quiet and most silent type. Okay, seems like everyone is hidden well. The only question is, who to go after first? Kakashi replied a little too loudly. Kakashi's first thought was to go after Naruto, however he pushed the thought aside, mostly because he didn't want the blonde to think he was ganging up on us because of his handicap. He decided to test a little girl who was crashing through the area like an elephant looking for her precious Sasuke-kun. Sakura was tripping, breaking and destroying every branch she came across in search for her savior. She stopped short when she noticed their sensei standing and reading a book. Good, he didn't notice me. Now I got to find Sasuke-kun. Sakura. A voice behind her replied. Sakura turns around to see Kakashi holding his hands and a rat seal. Immediately the leaves around Sakura blew in her face. She felt drowsing for a few moments before she suddenly felt full awake. She looks around to see herself standing in the middle of a clearing. Huh? What's going on? Where is sensei? This is weird, and what was with those leaves? Where did everyone go? Sakura. A voice behind her replied, wondering what was happening. Sasuke-kun, Sakura cried happily until she saw the state of her savior. Her eyes opened wide in fear. Sasuke was on the ground with kunais all over his body. She was going to scream, that was until a figure appeared in front pulling out a sword for a staff. It was Naruto. Naruto followed Kakashi towards Sakura and was shocked to see him sneak up behind her and cast a genjutsu. What was more was she was completely caught in his genjutsu. Unable to break free or even realize she was caught. Naruto walked forward and unsheathed his sword that was hidden as a staff. So pathetic, you can't even protect those important to you. You have no right to become a shinobi of the Hidden Leaf Village. You along with everything you love will perish. Naruto replied in a cold tone before stabbing her with his sword. Sakura for her part looked shocked and looked into Naruto's face. All she felt was cold steel going through her body. She looks down to see Naruto's blade piercing through her stomach. Red blood was dripping. She looks into Naruto's face one more time before the darkness took over. Naruto didn't even seem concerned, he just killed his teammate. He only said one word, that Sakura, before she collapsed. Retribution. Naruto disappeared, leaving the area just as fast as he came. Kakashi jumped down and checked Sakura's pulse. He let out a sigh of relief when he felt vitals. The blow to the stomach was not as lethal as he expected. Apparently Naruto missed. However, Kakashi wondered if he did it on purpose to make her suffer before death. Kakashi reached in his pouch and pulled out a first aid survival kit. He thought he wouldn't need this but was shocked nonetheless that Naruto was so cold-hearted. Apparently his hatred for Sakura was much deeper than Kakashi realized. He would need to talk to both of them about teamwork and working together. Naruto watched Kakashi treat Sakura. To his shock, whatever Kakashi gave Sakura was slowly down the death result. Naruto grinned his teeth. Perhaps he could kill his other teammate. Naruto disappeared with Kakashi looking at the spot Naruto was hanging out. Kakashi immediately thought Naruto was going to go after Sasuke. He finishes healing Sakura the best he could and immediately turned to Sasuke, hoping to stop the blonde from killing him. Luckily for Kakashi, Naruto made no attempt to attack the last Uchiha. He was hiding in the trees almost like he was watching the last Uchiha. Kakashi decided to put the Uchiha in his place before Naruto got violent on him. Something was truly strange about the blonde. Well now, are you willingly to try and get a bell? Kakashi asked the Raven head. I don't need to try, I know I can get a bell. Sasuke retorted back to Kakashi. Let's see. Sasuke got into a defense stance while Kakashi pulled out his book. He started to read when Sasuke launched 2 kunais and a shuriken out him. Kakashi jumped aside when a pack of shurikens were fired at him after they cut some ninja wire. Not bad. A well-executed trap. Kakashi thought, a little impressed. He was about to dodge them when another wave of shurikens appeared, deflecting Sasuke's shurikens. Both Sasuke and Kakashi looked shocked. Even more shock when Naruto appeared out of nowhere and threw a punch into Sasuke's face. Sasuke blocked the punch, gritting his teeth in anger. Naruto then kicked Sasuke in the gut. Sasuke flew back. Sasuke flipped backwards in midair and landed on the ground. What are you doing, dope? Sasuke demanded. Simple, only 2 need to pass this test in order to become shinobis. The one who doesn't really need to return to the academy. They can die. Saves a lot of people trouble, don't you think? Naruto replied. Sasuke hated to admit it, but the blonde did have a point. He grew a smirk. Very well, since you clearly are dead weight, how about I take your life, Sasuke cried, forming seals. Kaden, Gukakyu no Jutsu, Sasuke cried, launching a fireball at Naruto. Just as Sasuke was going to fire his attack, a hand grabbed him from the ground. Doten, Shinjutsu no Jutsu. Sasuke felt himself getting pulled before he knew what happened. He was underneath the ground. Now then, I can't have you two fighting and trying to kill each other. Kakashi replied. Before he could say anything, the alarm went off. Dear me, time's up. Naruto glared at his sensei before relaxing his guard. Naruto, come here. Kakashi asked. Naruto didn't move. He knew what was going on and he didn't like it. Naruto was tied to the logs while Sakura, who finally regained conscious, and Sasuke sat down in front of him. Well, let me tell the 3 of you your results. Sakura, for someone who is completely obsessed over her teammate, you're an idiot for not sensing genjutsu. Naruto, you need to learn how to control your emotions and not attack your teammates. Sasuke, you need to learn to work with others and show respect. Also, self-control. Kakashi replied in a calm tone. Naruto didn't say anything. If Kakashi had to say how the blonde was feeling, he would say he was bored. On the good news, none of you will be returning to the academy. Kakashi replied. Sakura looked happy, clearly thinking they were going to pass. You all will be returning homes, never to be ninjas again. What in the hell are you talking about? Sakura shouted. Simple, none of you doesn't even have the slightest idea of being shinobis. For instance, Sasuke, you are blind and cannot see others' talent. Kakashi replied in a calm tone. Sasuke got angry and attacked Kakashi. Before Sasuke realized what happened, he was pinned down on the ground by Kakashi. See what I mean? You know nothing about being a shinobi. So I'll tell you 3 a little something. Kakashi replied, reaching for his weapon pouch. He pulled out a kunai and pointed it at Sasuke's neck. Sakura, kill Naruto or I'll kill Sasuke. Sakura looked a little confused. Then she turned happy and pulled out a kunai. Kakashi was shocked she was going to do it when Naruto's legs sprung out and wrapped themselves around her neck, squeezing tightly. Sakura was soon turning blue. Going to kill me, huh? Sorry, whore, but you're not even in my league to touch me. Naruto replied in a cold tone. Sakura gripped his ankles, trying to pull him off. However, Naruto held his grip true and strong. Naruto was about to snap her neck when Kakashi gave him an elbow to the gut, causing Naruto to release his hold on the girl. Sakura collapsed, breathing heavily and massing her neck. The 3 of you are missing my point. This is why I've never had a genin team. You're like all the other losers who hope to be trained by me. None of you know what it means to be a shinobi. I'll give you 3 one more chance. However, this time it will be even harder. However, no one feed Naruto. This is his punishment. Whoever feeds him, fails. Kakashi replied in a cold tone. He disappears from view. Naruto said nothing and started to fidget around. Sasuke and Sakura looked at him when the robes around him suddenly came loose and he stretched his arms around like nothing had happened. You two are really dumb. This exam was a test of teamwork. Working together and improving together was the purpose of this exam. You can't take on the world by yourself. That's why you have a team. Naruto replied calmly. Sasuke and Sakura didn't want to admit, but Naruto made a lot of sense. Naruto pulled out a scroll and unsealed it. A puff of smoke came out and Naruto was soon eating food. I always carry scrolls on me that have food sealed away. It's called survival instincts. Here, don't slouch on me. Naruto replied, throwing them a bag of chips and a drink. Kakashi, who was leaning on the tree, smiled. Maybe not all was lost. But first, he was going to have a little fun. What is this? Who untied Naruto? Team 7 immediately got into a defensive stance. Sensei, we are a team. That means we work together. Sakura replied, getting scared at the glare of her sensei. Oh really? Kakashi demanded. Sasuke and Sakura shook in fear, wondering what he was going to do. Only Naruto remained calm. Then that means, you all pass. Kakashi replied in a happy voice. Silence was his answer. Nani? The two of them shouted. Well, I'm glad the two of you thought outside the rules for the sake of your comrade. Naruto, excellent leadership. You put your grudge and hatred aside and worked together with two people you wouldn't want to in the first place. This will happen a lot during missions. Best to work with someone and keep them alive, even when you don't like them, then have their death hanging over your shoulder. I want you to take a look at this stone. Kakashi replied as he looks at a green stone in the middle of the ground. No one said anything for a few moments. Mostly because the genins didn't know how to respond. However, they look at the stone nonetheless and waited for their sensei to continue. On this is, our heroes. Shinobis who died in the line of battle. Unlike most hidden villages, we respect our fallen comrades no matter how skilled or famous they are. Many of these people you might have never heard from. On the battlefield, there are those who break the rules become trash. However, those who abounded their friends are worse than trash. Kakashi told them in a harsh tone. Well, congratulations everyone. Team 7 has been made official. Kakashi replied in a smile. Sakura gave a cheer, Sasuke gave an humph and Naruto walk away. 3 weeks later Sasuke arrived at point C. This is Sakura. Arrived at point B. There was a moment of silence. This is Naruto, arrived at point A. You're slow dope. Did you get lost? Sasuke replied. At least I didn't lose my pants. Sasuke felt a vein grew and looked down to see if his pants were intact. To his relief they still were. He suddenly felt angry that Naruto had tricked him. Nice try, dope. You look. I did not. Sasuke retorted more angrily than he intended. You look. Naruto responded with glee. Targets on the move. Sakura replied. She threw an angry look at Naruto. Naruto jumped forward and landed on top of the cat, which responded by scratching him to death. Target capture. Good, mission, capture lost pet Tora, complete. Kakashi replied calmly. Isn't there any more exciting missions? Sakura screamed into her microphone. All the men froze before collapsing. Their ears went into overdrive. Mission room, well done. Now, for Team 7's next mission. You have the choice between picking potatoes, babysitting, and walking dogs. Or, no. A banshee screamed. Sakura, excuse me? The Hokage asked politely, but everyone knew it was a demand. This is for children, not shinobis. We are shinobis who must prove ourselves and show that love rules all. Sakura screamed. Naruto wanted to kill the stupid girl right there. Sasuke looked as if she had a point. He also didn't want to do any more D-rank missions. Kakashi looked nervously at the Sandaime Hokage. I see, well, you do have a point. Shinobis are supposed to take challenges in order to improve their skills. I'm not so sure about show that loves rules although. However, I will give you a C rank for your hard effort. This shouldn't be too hard for your team, Kakashi. But a challenge nonetheless. You're going to protect someone. Really, who? Who? A prince? A knight in shining armor? The Fire Lord? Sakura asked with excitement. Baka, that's a job for Anbu and Jounins. Naruto muttered. Shut up, Naruto, no Baka. Sakura screamed, moving in to punch the blonde in the head, who sidestepped her attack, causing her to trip and fall face first. Baka. Naruto muttered. Sakura was holding her nose in pain, clearly angry at the blonde for sidestepping the attack. Kakashi nervously scratched his head nervously. It was common to see Sakura take out her anger on Naruto, who, somehow, manages to avoid her attacks, causing the pink-hair shinobi to hurt herself. No, but he is important to his country. Come in. The Sandiame replies as the door opens despite Team 7's unusual behavior. Naruto raised his eyebrow. An drunken old man? Wait, his hands and body is heavily built. Not as a ninja, but someone who does carpeting? No, a builder of some kind. What's this? 3 kids? I thought I paid for a good protection. Is this a joke or something? The old man asked the Hokage. Rest assures, Team 7 is a fresh genin team, but they are good and strong enough for this mission. The third replied in a calm tone before returned smoking his pipe. I don't like them. Especially the blonde one. Can he even see? The drunken man asks. Naruto grew a vein and quickly reached for his weapon pouch. Kakashi, realizing what Naruto was going to jump on him before he fired his shuriken at their client. Now Naruto. No need to kill our client. So calm down. Kakashi replied before turning to the drunken client. It's true that Naruto is blind. But he is a fine shinobi nonetheless. May we know our client's name? Tazuna, look at them. I'm Tazuna, the super bridge builder from the country of Wave. Not to mention a drunk. Naruto muttered. Kakashi applied pressure on Naruto's arm. Naruto thought Kakashi was going to break it. Alright, Team 7, be ready at the west gate in 1 hour. Kakashi orders as he disappears in smoke. Naruto got up and quickly jumped out the window. Sasuke quickly disappeared before Sakura realized he was gone. In the end, Sakura ran home and packed a lot of perfume. Sasuke packed food and weapon supplies into his bag. Staring at his old picture of his family on the nightstand. I swear, I will avenge all of you. Naruto was busy wrapping bandages around his arms and legs. He placed Onbu pants with many cuts on them along with a sleeveless light armor shinobi shirt. Around the bandages is the black wrappings that Sasuke used in the Chunin exams. I don't know what they're called, so yeah, just imagine it. Naruto grabbed his backpack. This bag was a gift from the Sandaime. He was told Onbu had bags like this for long-term missions. He never understood why the Sandaime got him so many things that usual got to Onbu. He placed the scrolls inside before tossing the back on his back and strapping it to his shirt and belt. The bag is very light and small. Naruto's shirt has a seal magnet that attaches to the bag's top while the bottom has hooks to connect to the belt. Remember, the Sandaime Hokage got him a lot of Onbu type gear. An hour later, Team 7 stood at the gate with Kakashi standing next to Tazuna. When an unknown blonde approached them, Kakashi was sure he was lost until he realized it was Naruto. Naruto, where did you get that outfit? This? The Sandaime gave it to me last year. Naruto replied calmly. Why would the Hokage give you clothes? Sakura demanded. Every year the Sandaime gives me clothes or scrolls for my birthday. I don't have money, so he is my only source of income. Naruto replied in a cold tone, clearly stating he didn't want to discuss this matter with his teammates. Sakura, however, clearly wanted to continue and was about to pester the blonde. However, Kakashi stepped forward. Well, that's nice of him. However, let's go. We are heading towards the country of Wave. And if we make good pace, we'll be there by nightfall. Kakashi replied, leading his team forward. Sasuke quickly followed, but also curious about why the Sandaime was giving Naruto stuff. Sakura paused, clearly wanting to know more about Naruto's special treatment when her Sasuke-kun didn't get any. However, seeing her true love walking ahead, she quickly rushed towards his side and started to badger him with questions. Naruto tailed behind, clearly bored. Hey Kakashi-sensei. Are there any other shinobi villages? I mean, why would someone from Wave Country hire Konoha shinobi? Don't they have their own hidden village? Not every country has a hidden village, Sakura. Many neighboring countries that are small and poorer than many others, go to their neighboring countries. In record, there are 5 large hidden villages. Each one has their own leader. The Hokage, Kazekage, Misakage, Reikage, and the Tsuchikage. Each one rules one of the element countries. There are smaller countries with their own hidden villages, but they didn't make a name for themselves as the 5 great shinobi villages. Kakashi replies. Sakura looked a little confused. Oh, I get it. Sakura replied before turning to Sasuke and tried to get him to talk. Kakashi, Naruto and Tazuna all grew a sweat drop because they knew she didn't get it. A short while later, Naruto nearly stopped at what he saw. There were 2 puddles in the road. However, what amazed him was the fact that there were 2 people hiding in a genjutsu standing where the water was. Naruto walked past them, eyeing them suspiciously. Judging from their forehead protectors, they were mist ninjas. Kakashi also eyed the puddles with little interest but knew to stay on his guard. He continued to read his book and walking behind his team. The demon brothers rose up and attacked Kakashi with their chain. First one, they cried as Kakashi was cut to ribbons. Sakura screamed as Kakashi blood splattered everywhere. Sasuke took a stand, and by the look on his face he showed he didn't care that his sensei was just killed. Naruto got into a defensive stance, but the demon brothers sailed past him. Crying second one. Just as their gauntlets were going to touch Sakura, they felt a jerk and stop. What? They cried, looking behind them. Naruto's staff had their chain pinned to the ground. Sasuke, seeing his chance, jumped onto their gauntlets and kicked both brothers into a tree, causing their weapons to get tangled up around the base of the tree. Sasuke jumped into the air and fired a shuriken to their chain. When it hit, he threw a kunai into the middle of the shuriken, causing the chain to be trapped. Both brothers, furious and angry, detached the chain from their gauntlets. One went after Naruto while the other went after Sasuke. Sasuke threw his kunai, missing the demon brother's left knee. The brother smirks and swung his gauntlet at Sasuke's head, who dodged and rolled past him. Before he could turn and slam his gauntlet into Sasuke's head, he felt a pain in his left knee and fell down, realizing that Sasuke used the kunai he threw as leverage to attack his blind spot on his knee. Fury rose inside him. He was prepared to fire his gauntlet into Sasuke's face when someone much stronger than him knocked him out just by grabbing his neck. To Sakura's relief and surprise, their sensei was holding both ninjas. Realizing the danger had passed, Sakura screamed for her Sasuke-kun's brave and heroic protection. Sasuke-kun, you were incredible. You're the best. Naruto felt he should have let the two missed ninjas kill the girl. If he was growing a soft spot for the girl, he would need to distance himself. Naruto, way to go. I'm impressed you stopped their attack on Sakura. Kakashi-sensei, weren't you watching? It was Sasuke-kun who saved me, Sakura yelled in a loud voice. Kazuna looked at the blonde and was more surprised to see him remain so calm in a situation like that. Naruto, how did you know there were enemy ninjas there? Kakashi asked the blonde. Everyone but Sakura stop and look at the blonde for an answer. Simple, I can sense people's chakra. It's how I can see. I use two methods. One is my staff. I send chakra into my staff and release it when it hits the ground. Doing so, I can get an imagine of my surroundings. The other is sensing chakra. I'm very good at sensing chakra. I've never failed to notice anyone before. Kakashi was impressed. He never thought of that. For Naruto to survive solely on chakra, he guessed he had to in order to be a ninja. Okay everyone. Let's go. Kazuna, we need to talk. However, Kakashi did not ask Kazuna anything. Not until they got to a river bank where a boat was waiting for them. Once they were aboard, Kakashi turned to Kazuna. Okay, now, why did you lie to us about the mission? Kazuna said nothing but started to sweat. Because you lied, that gives us the right to leave you and return to our village. Now, care to explain yourself? Kakashi asked calmly. Very well, it's because of a dangerous man is after my life, Kazuna said in a calm voice. He then started to tell them how the country of Wave was run by a man named Gato, who was an underground kingpin of drugs, thugs and desire for power. He came to Wave and quickly took over, causing Wave to fall into chaos. Kazuna was hoping to build a bridge to connect to the mainland in hopes for trade and cells to raise up again. Something Gato would have no power over with. So you see, I must build this bridge. I understand if you must leave me. However, if you do, my poor grandson will just cry at the death of his beloved grandson and my daughter might end up cursing Konoha to the heavens. But nonetheless, I perfectly understand. Kazuna replied calmly. Kakashi and his team nervously look at each other before Kakashi replied, well, guess we have to continue guarding you. Kazuna gave a sigh of relief while shouting victory in his head. Soon Team 7 landed and started to walk into the forest. Unknown to them, a shadow was watching them. With a sword as tall as he. Thanks for listening and remember the disrespect is real. Goodbye.